fellow BookQuesters, it is I, Aaron the BookQuester. Today I'll introduce you to this mighty book, The Guardians, Book 2, E.ASTER Bunnymund, and the warrior eggs at Earth's core. Well, that's E.ASTER Bunnymund. Well, right now, you might be thinking, what the heck? What I see is egg soldiers with swords and a bunny with glasses shaped like Easter eggs leading them. I know, that's the exact thought that I thought when I first bought this book. But I knew that this book will be indeed interesting. Well, this book, it's great. I regretfully don't have the book, but let's talk about it. Don't have the first book, So this book is about the Guardians, the North, who is a master swordsman, who gets the first relic, which will help them fight against the Nightmare King, who wants to devour everyone's dreams till it all became a nightmare. He controls armies of fears, and he drinks and favors joy and takes horror instead. This deadly person was actually a quite good person before he was overcome by creatures that took over his body. And his name is Pitch. He was not at first Pitch, but alas, now he is Pitch. In the good old days, in the golden age, as they call it, there's hundreds of realms beside Earth. And the golden age soldiers ruled over the universe, and everything was peaceful and majestic. Alas, it didn't last. In the prison where all the fearlings that the golden age soldiers captured was guarded by a man, and this man looked in the locket that contained his daughter's face. And very, 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 this is kind of scary, right? But then the fearlings wanted to get out, used the girl's voice that his daddy knew very well. Used the girl's voice and said, "Help, Daddy! Help me! Free me!" And at first he ignored it, but finally he failed. And they opened the door, and the fearlings possessed him. And he became Pitch and took over the realms one by one. And not just took over, he destroyed them. And soon there was only Earth left. And from all the realms, the creators took refuge on Earth. And on Earth, when Pitch Black set step on Earth, he was imprisoned. And now he's free. And he has vowed revenge. And this curious creature, E.ASTER Bunnymund, we call him Bunnymund, is a puka from another world. And pukas are known to like eggs and chocolates, which is why, see, the staff. If you look closely, that's an egg. All those beads are eggs, the green things are eggs, and his glasses are egg-shaped, his buttons are egg-shaped. Well, don't you realize that? And of course his soldiers are eggs. So, right? And they love chocolate, but they don't eat it for some reason. And that reason comes out in this, what I think is the most part that I devoted in this almighty story. I'll read it to you guys. You should, I can't wait. He put his paw on North's shoulder and as friendly a way a puka can. Then he sighed deeply. "Dear fellow," he said to North, "this will be more difficult than I imagined. Drastic measures are required." He reached into his robe and pulled out 3 chocolate eggs. "This is no time for sweets," North snapped in frustration. "For you, perhaps," said the rabbit. Then he popped the 3 chocolates in his mouth. The egg army gasped in almost perfect unison. None of them had ever seen Bunnymund eat a chocolate. They had only heard rumors of what happened when pukas ate the substance. There was a curious rumbling. North turned around to face Bunnymund. The rabbit appeared to be growing before his eyes, becoming a huge, then hulking, like a warrior from a mythology not yet written. Bunnymund raised his egg-tipped staff above his head and let out a yell that shook the tunnel like an earthquake. The army of eggs did likewise. The sound was unlike North had ever heard. It was the first time in 1,000 years the world had heard the Pukan war cry. And even Nicholas St. North was surprised. Thrilling, isn't it? So let's explain the situation since you don't match. Well, the Guardians, they went to Pitch's hideout in the core of the earth to rescue their children that was kidnapped from their home. So Bunnymund and North, Master Swordsman, and wields the sword that is the relic from the Man of the Moon. That is the strongest thing. That helps them destroy Pitch once and for all. And Bunnymund has the second relic. There's 4 relics. That one is the egg-shaped relic. And this, it says, he raised his egg-topped spear. That egg is the one. And I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the relic. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it is. It's so funny. And also another part that can be mentioned is where is it? Okay, this is the part. Sorry for making you waiting. And it's this part. Pitch had almost no time to relish the capture of Catherine. He knew that if the girl was here, North and Umbric must be near, and the magic library close at hand. But moments after the feelings had brought the girl to him, he heard that extraordinary, otherworldly sound. He alone among all the creatures living had heard that war cry before. It was a sound that he'd hoped to never hear again. He remembered it from the time he destroyed the Pukan Brotherhood. It was the one battle of the Golden Age that he had nearly lost. "They've got a Puka with them," he hissed with alarm. So, that's the two best parts, I think it is. And for the other thrilling parts of this wonderful book, you must read it. And like always, your BookQuester, Aaron the BookQuester.